The haunted treasures of Crete. Crete is the southernmost island of Greece on the South Aegean Sea of Greece. As you can see, this is a satellite image of it. Veros, Veros, was the name of the haunted treasure in Crete since the time of the Venetians. No one dared to touch hidden treasure if he found it by chance, for he feared the element of the treasure which would kill him in time. Something like the curse of the pharaohs, I guess. The Cretans imagined the element of hidden treasures as a huge black man. Once a child discovered such a Verus where he was digging and stopped down to pick it up, but immediately a great black demon was thrown from the pit, struck him hard in the face and in the ribs, and thus the child died in 4 days. In fact, on his body, the fingers of the element's huge hands were clearly visible. They also said that whoever found such a treasure, in order not to be touched by the demon, the element, should tie a black cow to the treasure box, a black cow, yes, to the treasure box, and then beat it so that the demon would be angry with the good creature and not touch the human being. I mean, this is ridiculous. But this is what they believed. Now, it seems that the ancient Greeks also had this superstition because when they hid their treasures, they dedicated them to a hypothetic deity to guard them. Like, in other words, they asked a demon to guard their treasure for them. In the province of Kisama of Hydra in Crete, such a plaque was found on a statue in 1890, bearing the following inscription, and I quote, "I surrender to all the Catathonian gods," that means that all the demons under the earth, "to protect me, Pluto, Demeter, Persephone, and Arenius. If someone takes me from here or moves me himself or gets someone else to do it, no impassable land will not receive him. No navigable sea will contain him, but he will perish as a family, all bad things to try, tertiary and quaternary horror and fever to stir him up, and tongue of fire and burned lead to burn him. Whatever evils and pernicious things there are in the world, let them fall on him who will dare to move me," that is the treasure, "or take away even the smallest thing from this hero," the treasure that is. End quote. So you can understand the curse that was put on the treasure if anyone was to find it and touch it and move it. And still in a place where a treasure had been found. So this was the plaque that was found over the treasure. And now still in a place where a treasure had been found, the light-shaded lyre players went to learn the lyre from the fairies and the devils, the demons who roamed there at night. If the treasure disappeared, so would the huge black demon once and for all. Then a light-shaded lyre player would go there at night, at midnight, bring a round of the pit, and in the middle of it set up a cross. Then he would sit quietly and play his lyre, and before long, the fairies and devils came down from the canyons amid the music and started dancing. All right, this may be true. How should I know? Anyway, the lyre player listened carefully to the instruments of the elves and tried to play like them. So he matched his instrument to the instrument of the demons and thus learned how to play the lyre, which bewitched the world. However, he had to be careful not to speak because the demons would steal his speech. Also, he should not take his foot out of the circle because the devils, the wretched ones, would know about it. The lyre players who learned their art from demons eventually became wretched themselves, and for this reason, in Crete, every good lyre player is called wretched. All right. When they have weddings, the lyre player comes and he plays the lyre, and everybody dances. Now, going on with this, other times the elements that protected the treasures were presented as old men, oxen, black dogs, or cats. Long ago, people who hid their treasures in secret and isolated places in order to secure them better performed magic and tied the elements to protect them. In other words, tied demons onto them to protect them. So they had, they encanted demons to protect their treasures. Can you imagine? Now, they even said that on top of the treasure, they sacrifice an animal, and then they cast spells on the treasure that was haunted. According to tradition, in order to find a treasure, one would have to dream about it 3 times to dig it up without telling anyone, and if he revealed it, his treasure would become coal. Others again did the animal sacrifices on the spot where they had dreamed of the treasure in order to exercise it. The treasures were always kept either in large silver containers or in gold or copper cauldrons. In a cave in Crete, in the cave of Lamia, it was said that gold plates were embedded with large rocks, had flattened the place where the treasures were buried, and near this cave there was another smaller one where the villagers had indeed discovered a small jar of silver coins. Another haunted treasure was located in the dome of the ruined church of Saint Irene, an old Byzantine church in a village in western Crete, but no one dared to drop the dome because, according to local tradition, he would die immediately. In fact, in the sanctuary of the same church, it was rumored that there was a well in which golden bells hung, and once some youths went down into the well to get those golden bells, but the creatures rushed upon them, the demons that is, and began to bite and cut their flesh. So they were forced to leave them, the golden bells that is, and run away to save themselves. And once more they went down again, but the water boiled and swelled so much that it almost burned them alive. Since then, no one stepped into the well again. Well, we know that we have a lot of hot springs all around Greece. I guess that was the hot spring water going into the well. Now, once a person of Crete, while digging in his field, found a cauldron full of charcoal. He knew right away that it was a haunted treasure. So he took the coals and scattered them at a crossroads. A horseman passed by, seeing the coals, sprang from his horse and caught a coal in his hand, which immediately turned into glittering gold. Then the Cretan appeared and explained everything to him. They both went to the place where the cauldron was. The lucky one threw in the coal that turned to gold, and then suddenly all the coals turned into golden flakes. Thus the 2 of them shared it like brothers. Once another person found in his field a golden child. He put it in the bag quickly and took it home. At night, as if he fell asleep, he heard voices and cries coming from inside the bag. "Take me where you found me, because I am not of your luck, and I will break you," the golden girl cried and cried. So the villager, horrified, took the child back, I guess it was a statue of a child, a gold statue, and left it where he had found it first, but on the road his whole body felt frozen. When he returned home, he fell into bed exhausted and never got up again. In a few days he was found deceased. In Malevisi, Heraklion prefecture, that's where we have the palace of Knossos, a villager had seen the same dream 3 times in his sleep. A man appeared to him and urged him to go to the cave of Sarkos, to call out 3 times the demon of Musa, and to take the golden plow and the golden yoke of the plow, which he would bring to him. And so he did. But when the terrible creature appeared to him, he brought him the treasure. He was afraid and did not take it. Thus, out of fear, he also lost his luck. And this was published in a magazine, Bouketto, on April 24th, 1930, in a Greek newspaper. And I've translated this for you from a Greek article. This is an article from 1930. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.